So we've moved our way to the west side of the airport. It is over a year after we recorded the previous section. So it is now late April of 2025. We've had a much different spring. We've had to wait much later to get out here. So you can see the airport here in front of me. I do apologize. You're probably getting a screen full of sun. The sun just decided to pop out here. There was some cloud. There's more cloud rolling in. There's going to be some rain coming a little bit later on. So you can see all the cloud that's going to be rolling in shortly. In any case, I'll give you a little bit of a zoomed in view. So basically you can see the terminal in the distance. You can see the runways here. So somewhere in here, probably closer to the terminal, there was a siding here known as Vickers Siding that shows up on the 1915 timetable. So maybe what I'll do is I'll show you that timetable, and then I will basically show you the maps here. You can see kind of where we are. All right, here we go. I'm always leery about this this head strap here. Hopefully it's recording okay. So again, it is the end of April here in 2025. Yesterday was actually our first really nice day in a while. Very, very different spring compared to last year. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be exploring this section of grade. I don't know how many videos it's going to end up being. So you can see this part here, it's actually, you can see some pavement here. So this is technically part of a road here that kind of connects in with the road to the south. This is where the pavement kind of ends, and then you'll see the railway grade much better. Luna's all excited. This is our first exploration of the year. She's been running around like crazy here. Yeah. Hopefully that cloud rolls in sooner than later, because once we get into the trees with the sun, it's gonna make for some issues with the lighting. Now it's kind of interesting because I wasn't quite sure where the grade was, if it was kind of over there or if it was kind of over here, but it seems that this is in fact the grade here. You'll see it once we get a little bit farther there. You'll see the very pronounced right of way. Come on. Luna's still doing well here. Her 7th birthday's coming up. So she's not a spring chicken anymore. Kind of a crispy morning this morning. Truck said about 3 degrees Celsius. So here is there's a culvert in here. I looked, it's a modern culvert, but you would imagine Probably back in the day it would have been a wooden box culvert. You can see there's a very defined ditch on the side, and here you can see kind of the right-of-way starting to build up here. We can see we're kind of getting into an embankment. There's a plane taking off from the airport. Trying to see if there's a culvert or something down here. There's a little bit of a depression here. I would imagine that the right-of-way has been sort of flattened out a little bit. Again, this was probably used as a road for a period of time. I doubt there's anything off to the side of the grade, any telegraph poles or anything like that, just given its proximity and probably the amount of people who have come through here in the past 100 years. So yes, this section was abandoned in 1925, so it's been 100 years. The last train, I believe, ran in November of 1924, and the rails were picked up after the line was formally abandoned, I believe in November of 1925. Again, just sort of keeping my eye out, see if I see anything. Again, you can see the really well-defined right-of-way now, because you can see kind of how we're a little elevated on both sides. So we've got a little narrow easement here where the railway grade fits through. There's private property on both sides. You can see that this part of the grade here has been dug up. And here we go into the bush. We'll see what this looks like here. I haven't been through here. You can see the vestiges of snow. I'm sure there's going to be more as we go in through here. I'm going to snap a picture here before we go any further, just in case the sun comes out. So you can see nice elevated, well-defined grade. Again, you can see all the snow and ice in the low spots. Kind of looks a little like the enchanted forest in here. I'm gonna stop and take another picture here. Okay, we're gonna hold up here for a minute.